Hello everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, your guide to BOMA Best 4.1, Navigate the Updates with Confidence. In this session, we'll walk you through BOMA Best Sustainable 4.1, the latest iteration of the program, which officially launched on January 31, 2025. This update builds on the foundation of 4.0, incorporating your feedback to enhance clarity, structure, and flexibility, ensuring that the certification processes remain easy and accessible for all buildings. Today's session is designed to give you a comprehensive overview of the updates in BOMA Best 4.1. We'll cover key program updates, changes across each focus area, and enhancements to the BOMA Best Hub and Field Guide. By the end of this session, you'll have the knowledge and confidence to navigate BOMA Best 4.1 smoothly. BOMA Best 4.1 was developed based on your feedback. We listened to your experiences and made targeted improvements to clarify question requirements and answer options, enhance flexibility by adapting baseline practices for different asset types, refine scoring to align with evolving sustainability benchmarks, improve usability of the Hub and Field Guide, and finally, introduce a new value section in each question, highlighting the operational benefits of implementing sustainable actions. Let's start with the baseline practices. The requirements remain unchanged, but we've made them more flexible by allowing more asset types to access them. What does this mean for you? You won't have to answer more questions, just the ones relevant to your building's management scenario. If a baseline practice doesn't apply, you can simply select Not Applicable. For example, you'll see that the Office questionnaire now has both baseline questions E1.0A and E1.0B. You can complete the question that best fits your building's management scenario and then select Not Applicable for the other. This update was made to provide more flexibility to buildings completing their BOMA Best questionnaire, understanding that different building types may have different management situations. We will now take a look at each question that has been updated per focus area, starting with energy and carbon. Baseline questions E1.0A and E1.0B clarify high-performance and net-zero carbon buildings. Question E1.2 includes a more comprehensive list of envelope components in the answer options. Question E4.2 is now included in the multi-unit residential building and universal questionnaires for tenant-managed scenarios. Question E5.2 has been updated to ask about conservation achieved from measures implemented in the past 5 years. This update has been made to align with the BOMA Best certification cycle in addition to aligning with today's decarbonization goals. Question E10.1 offers additional answer options for low-carbon mechanical equipment. And finally, questions E11.1 and E11.2 now contain a more comprehensive list of envelope components and answer options to provide clarity to applicants. Moving along to the water focus area. Baseline Practice W1.0A clarifies requirements for cases where utility bills are unavailable. Question W1.1 has been updated with answer options for flush and flow rates that better reflect current industry best practice. Question W4.1A is now separated into its own question specific to low and no-cost water conservation measures. This question is worth 2 points and contains clearer answer options, including an option for No Recommendations Made. Similarly, question W4.1B is also a standalone question specific to capital expenditure water conservation measures. Worth 3 points. This question also contains clearer answer options, including an option for No Recommendations Made. We will now look at the updates in the indoor air quality focus area. Question I1.3 on smoking restrictions has been added back into all questionnaires from BOMA Best Sustainable 3.0. Question I2.1A has been updated for the multi-unit residential building questionnaire to reference the updated standard ASHRAE 62.2. Question I2.3 has updated language to the question itself to provide further clarity on what is required. Next, we have the updates to the accessibility and wellness focus area. Baseline Practice A4.0 now has added language to the requirements, making it clear what elements must be addressed within the occupant communication program as well as the clearer requirements for the communication strategies. Question A1.3 specifies that the Rick Hansen Foundation Accessibility Certification must be active in order to qualify. Questions A2.3 and A2.4 clarify that the assessments on visual and acoustic elements must have been implemented in the past 5 years at the building. And finally, question A4.2 includes updated language in the requirements to clarify the timeline for the occupant satisfaction survey. Moving on to the custodial and waste focus area. Question P1.2 now has the definition of social procurement stated in the requirements to provide additional understanding and alignment. Question P3.1 includes language for an answer option to now state more than half to ensure the requirement is clear. For the final focus area, resilience and site, question R1.3 regarding a hardscape management program has been reintroduced into all questionnaires from BOMA Best Sustainable 3.0. Now that we have gone through the updates to the individual questions in BOMA Best Sustainable 4.1, we are excited to share that we have made updates to the BOMA Best Hub, where applicants complete their questionnaire online. You will see that additional information relating to each question is now included. Every question that includes a not applicable scenario clearly lists the question's requirements and required supporting documentation. This update has been made to ensure a smoother questionnaire completion process by making critical question information readily available within the questionnaire itself. Another helpful update in the BOMA Best Hub is the addition of the attachment segments, which now clearly specify the exact documents that may be required for each question. By reviewing the documentation section, you can easily see which documents are applicable to you and should be uploaded. This update is designed to simplify your certification journey and help you focus only on the essential documentation needed for a smooth application process. We are happy to share that the field guide has also been updated with additions to assist in the certification process. When looking at the BOMA Best 4.1 questionnaires on our field guide, you will now see that the applicability section clearly lists which asset types and management scenarios a question is applicable to. Additionally, in the answer and scoring section, each answer option now states the number of points it's worth. Within the answer options, any not applicable options now have descriptions to clearly indicate the scenario that would qualify as not applicable. An additional update made to the questions in the field guide is the new section called Value. This section highlights the operational benefits of implementing the action or actions described in the requirements of the question. These sections are intended to support building owners and landlords in the development or implementation of policies, programs, and plans, especially if these initiatives are brand new. This example shows the value section for baseline question W5.0 regarding a mold and water damage management plan. Finally, several questions in the field guide now contain a new section called Related Questions. This section lists other questions in the questionnaire that may be supported or impacted by the requirements of a particular question. In this example, question E1.1 asking for a mechanical systems condition assessment and its requirements could have a direct impact on how you may answer questions E2.2, E10.1, and E10.2. As we have now covered the updates that have been made in BOMA Best Sustainable 4.1, this is a reminder that all administrative and procedural steps in the BOMA Best certification process remain unchanged. This includes our building eligibility criteria, the registration process on the Hub, our program pricing and fee structure, the benchmarking process in the Hub, the verification process, and the certificate upon achieving a certification. For any questions you may have on BOMA Best, we have different mailboxes that you can contact to best address your inquiries. Please refer to this table for details. The list of mailboxes can also be found on our Contact Us page on the BOMA Best website. This presentation will also be made available on demand on our BOMA Best website under Webinars. Thank you all for attending today's webinar on BOMA Best Sustainable 4.1.